actually prayed before this show. I don't think I've ever done that before. I prayed before this show. And without getting into the exact prayer, I just prayed that my words come across in a way that's effective, genuine, and as many people as possible can receive it in a way where they're not triggered to the point where they completely push it to the side, but they can just process it. That's what I want. That's what I want. So let's get into it. All right, so I'm actually going to start off with this video. Is it already being shared? All right, I'm going to start off with this video. So this was a video that, as you can see, it says, in Iranian parliament, MPs burned the American flag while chanting death to America and threatened to use a nuclear bomb against the American homeland. I think Iran actually is an American problem. So I clicked on the video.
متشکرم. آقای گورکن مراقب باشید مجلس آتش نزنه. متشکرم. بفرمایید. اگر اروپا و کشورهای مهم مثل روسیه و چین این خلأ بین المللی را پر کنند، شاید راهی برای ادامه مسیر باشد. در غیر این صورت جمهوری اسلامی با اقدامات هسته‌ای خود ایشان را سر عقل می آورد.
So you see this part where it says, otherwise, Iran, now they're talking about the nuclear deal. The main part of this video, no, I'll read the rest. Otherwise, Iran will bring President Trump to his senses with its nuclear actions. This is when they were negotiating the nuclear deal. I think Trump tore it up, which, to be totally honest, like the whole nuclear situation is very strange to me. And we're going to get into that because it's like, who decides what countries are allowed to have nuclear weapons and who's not? It would almost be like living in America where. First and foremost, want to give a huge shout out to everybody that continues to tap in with us, like and subscribe and join our community. If you haven't already, please make sure that you do. We look forward to engaging in some dope convo with you that can help us all elevate. So like, subscribe, and maybe even share the video if you're feeling real generous. On that note, we'll let you get back to the video. See you soon. Certain people are allowed to have guns and certain people are not. Now, I guess that's a little different. Like if you commit a crime, you know, felons don't have the same access to weapons that other people do. But that's like me as a person telling another person like, hey, you committed a crime. It's not like the point that I'm making is, I guess America is morally justified, or Israel, they have superior morals to where they can determine whether or not another country can have nuclear weapons. America and Israel, we could drop bombs on people. We could do whatever to different countries. Shout out to Barack. You know, Barack was dropping a lot of bombs on people, but he was doing it with a smile, so nobody really cares. We could do all these different things, but other countries will threaten to kill their people if they try to protect themselves the same way America would try to. I'm just trying to. It's just a very, and you got to unpack it in a lot of ways because obviously it's not as simple as how I'm presenting it, or maybe it is. I don't know. It's just one of those things that stands out to me a bit. So that wasn't the point of this post. The point of this post was when I clicked on this thing, I realized I scrolled down and I said, oh, because the first part, what are most people going to watch? Most people are going to watch this, right? Death to America. And I saw a bunch of other videos where they just showed this part right here. But then when I scroll down, it says this video of Iranian MPs burning a U.S. flag and chanting "Death to America" is from May 9th, 2018, not June 2025. It was a protest after the U.S. withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal. Recent posts may have shared it to comment on current tensions, but the event is historical. You know what that's a nice way of saying? People are trying to use videos from 2018 to rile people up so Americans would feel comfortable supporting Israel in killing Iranians. This is why I say we can find there's so many different videos. It's funny, I went on yesterday, a couple of my Zionist friends' pages, and I saw some of the things that they were posting. I saw some of the videos, and I'm like, oh, shoot. Some of these videos, I'm seeing like people in Iran, them celebrating. And maybe I should have had the videos queued up. Maybe I should. I don't want to go to the exact person's post because then I'm highlighting what you know what I mean? A close friend of mine, what they put up. So I don't want to do it that way. But I'm looking at them posting certain things, and from that post, you would think that, hey, everybody in Iran is happy that Israel's attacking. And it's just about the government. It's not about the people. I saw a video of like a bunch of young girls where they were taking off their headdress and celebrating. I don't know what they were celebrating. I couldn't understand what they were saying, but the video was presented in a way where it's showing the celebration of Israel getting busy. But then I started to watch other videos and I realized that, wait, Israel, there's a whole bunch of Israelis that want Netanyahu out of there. And that they had just had a vote where I think they just lost by two votes, where it would have forced an election. And based on a lot of the polling that this person was presenting, they were saying that Netanyahu would lose and that Israelis want him out of there. So it's all propaganda based. Even if it's a real video, what do we typically do? We'll watch a video that fits the narrative that we already want to express, that makes us comfortable expressing, and then we'll run with that. So we can find plenty of videos that justify perhaps what Israel's doing. You can find plenty of videos that justify what the Palestinians have done or are doing. You can find plenty of videos that justify what Iran's doing, plenty of videos that justify why the U.S. should get involved, videos that justify why the U.S. shouldn't get involved. But ultimately, what it comes down to is the hypocrisy of a lot of these people supposedly standing on religion, in my opinion. The hypocrisy, the elitism. I interviewed a rabbi, Manis Friedman. Let me actually bring that up. I'll show that post. I interviewed a rabbi a while ago, and they still didn't. I went to Brooklyn in the Hasidic section, pulled up in Hasidic section, got out there, people looking at me like, yo, what are he doing there? Went into the rabbi's house, did an interview. They still didn't put out the whole interview. So that is what it is. But neither here nor there. This is one of the most popular rabbis on hold on. Am I writing his name wrong? Hold on. This is him. I don't know why. Here we go. Here we go. So I started to look at some of the posts that he was putting up. And it says, we are the chosen people. And I'm like, what? Like, wait. That shows a level of elitism that I'm not comfortable with. Are y'all comfortable with that? And to me, it presents Jewish people and Israel in a light that y'all think y'all are better than us. I'm not saying that y'all do, but what I'm saying is when you have very relevant people, just like black people, right? We're judged based on some of our most relevant people, right? Nobody got an issue with that. I talk about it all the time. So I'm going to keep the same energy when I'm talking about y'all. Just like a lot of y'all talk about us. Because I've had certain conversations with a lot of my Zionist friends. We talk about Black Lives Matter. We talk about different things with black people in America. So I'm going to talk about y'all as well. Because I would be a sucker, a punk, a coward, a cornball if I didn't have that same energy, or if I didn't feel comfortable. Here I'm allowing somebody to talk about me, but I feel scared to talk about you. That's just not me. When you say you are the chosen people, who's the rest of us? Who are the rest of us? And see, this is real division, because this is why I appreciate the Baha'i faith. I'm not a Baha'i. I'm not a part of any religion. This is why I appreciate the Baha'i faith, and perhaps I think Buddhism may be like this, even though Buddhism may not be a religion or considered a religion, however you want to put it. But their mission or their standard, what they stand on, is that all of us are one. That's the only way that we can ever have some type of harmony around the world amongst and not get divided. Because when you look at it, religion typically divides us more than anything. Look at the history. We talk about the transatlantic slave trade. Have any of y'all researched the Arab slave trade and what the Arabs were doing, running through Africa, enslaving people in a way that was way more vicious than what people were going through in the transatlantic slave trade? Way more vicious, almost, I believe, was like longer than twice as long, maybe even 3 times as long it occurred, but it was in the name of religion, converting people, right? That's what they call it. This is elitism. Elitism. And you know what's so funny? A lot of y'all folk that when people were running around, and I was one of them, running around screaming Black Lives Matter, a lot of y'all were saying all lives matter. All lives matter. And you know what? Now I'm one of them. All lives matter. That's what I stand on. But I don't see a lot of y'all that were running around screaming all lives matter, willing to stand up to Jewish people saying that they're the chosen people and say we're all the chosen people. I don't see that. So it's easy to pick on the little nigga, right? The little Negroes running around. It's easy to pick on us, right? But I don't see that energy the same way when it comes to the elite, right? Running around saying that you're the chosen people. Black people, y'all, people had an issue with black people saying Black Lives Matter based on what was happening to black people and what has happened to black people in this country. And now we're just okay with a certain group of people. Not only are we okay with a certain group of people saying we're the chosen people, but you got people like Ted Cruz pretty much pledging his allegiance to Israel because of something that was written in the Bible thousands of years ago. So now he feels that because in the Bible it said be good to Israel, now that he has to support everything that the Israel government does. The same Israel that was created, 60, 70 years ago? That's who Ted Cruz associates what they're writing in the Bible with. Let me check my phone to make sure my parents aren't telling me to chill out. Nope, I'm clear. This is elitism. We are the chosen people. This is the post that you leave up 10 hours ago. Sorry to break it to you, but we're all God's chosen people. You're no better. You're no worse, but you're no better. Let's keep going. Do I want to stay on? Hold on. Let me see if I want to stay on. Did we finish that last video? Hold on. No, we finished that last video. All right. So this is the one that I want to go to now.
Syria.
Matt Gaetz. Sure, some of y'all may remember him.
Ashley.
Hold on. You on the show?
Hello.
Say what's up. You on the show? You calling me while I'm on the show?
Hi. My bad. I was calling
because we were supposed to check in yesterday.
Word. We're gonna
And
tap.
I
We're gonna
wanted to
tap in
give you an
today.
update.
But you on the show, so say what's up to the people, and then I'm gonna hit you back in a little bit.
All right, hi people.
All right, I'm gonna hit you back.
All right, bye.
It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.